welcome to this video tutorial. We will learn how to paint this vibrant fruit arrangement in a loose, expressive watercolor style. And this is focused especially for beginners because we'll focus just on color, shape and energy, but not the details. And I'll also show you how to loosen up your brush strokes. And we won't go for perfection, we just enjoy the watercolor and the medium and the flow. And I'll be doing the quick sketching, but I'll speed up the process for the sketching, but when I do the painting, and we will do it live. You can see that I kept my sketch really light and really loose. I'm not worried about the proportion that much. I just want to capture the shape. And this is really important when you're painting loose. So I'll be using only one brush, and that's another way of technique of using really loose way of painting. So there's two ways to approach this. You can start from bottom to the top, or top to the bottom, or left to right, or right to left. And depends upon how it works. Usually a good rule of thumb is I usually start from the top all the way to the bottom. The reason being is if I start from here, if I'm trying to put a wash, I'll be rub off some of my paint from my wrist. So the easiest way to do this is to start from the top. So I'm just putting my reference. I'm not painting as it is. I'm also looking at the reference. So the top part is our banana. So for the banana, I will start with the yellow part. And this guy, so I'm going to put some a little bit of yellow and a little bit of green, and you can see that I'm mixing some colors as well. And if I see any color, and I'll just throw it in here, and there's also some yellow here, and you can see that I don't worry about my strokes that much, and that's really important. And there's this yellow here, so I'll just mix some yellow, and I don't have that yellow in my palette, so I'll just do this, and I'll just use this guy and this guy. I'll just this lemon yellow and yellow ochre, and I'll just do this. Just not worrying about anything else, just one single stroke like this. And you can see that we literally blocked our banana really fast, and same thing here as well. I'm looking at the shape a little bit better, and my drawing is going a little bit like that, and I'll combine this guy to this guy. Just do this, and I'll just leave some highlights for this pear, and it's going to be darker at the bottom, but the darker value will come later. And you can see that we literally did this, and there is some couple of tricks you can do it as well to get the highlights. So sometimes what I do is I use a tissue paper. I'm taking thing, and I'm just doing this. It's not advisable to rub it on your watercolor paper. You can just dab it like this, and you can see that how nicely we got the highlights really fast. And you can also use a brush, clean brush, to do it, but I decided to do with it. So whenever the banana, this is cylindrical form, so I'm just going to put another value before it dries on a wet on wet, and you can see that the form kind of rolled. And there is another area here, and I'll put it here, maybe here as well. And this shows that it's sitting on each other. Again, as I said, we're going to put the darker value later, and I'll just do here, and I'll just go here, do it, and maybe I'll mix some green in it and put it here like that, and put some green here, and I'll just go around like this. And you can see that in a fast way we are able to create this banana shape really fast. And there's also something happening here, and I'll put the stroke like that, and there's also something happening here, and I'll do it. And now you can see that we're kind of getting some sudden transition. So what I do is I'll take a clean brush, and I'll just slowly soften the brush, slowly soften that edge like that. You can see that there's hair from my brush, from my bristle, which kind of went like that. And now I can just go around this and just take out that eyelets with my brush too. And you can see that in a quick way we are able to create this. So now what I will do is I'll go to the apple, which is behind it. For the apple, it's the same thing. And there's something is happening is there's this yellow part which is happening here. And I'll just combine it like that. If it bleeds and does whatever it does, I don't care. And I'll just go to the red, and I want to make sure to get this really nice shape around it. Even if it bleeds with the banana, it's fine. And you can see that, and I'm also checking these veins which is going like that, and I'll also do it as well. Just make it like that. And you can see that now we kind of created this apple. And there's also another darker value happening. So I'm going to take this red and a little bit of cobalt blue. I'm going to put it on the edge of this apple. So it blends and gives this darker value. And wherever this banana sits, I'll also put it here as well. And there you go. And if you want the same thing, so I'm going to take some red and I'm just going to blend in like that. And there you go. So now we can see we also add the banana, the apple as well. So I know there's going to be a lot of darker values here, so I'm just going to wait. And this is really tricky when you paint these little grapes. This is a light grain, light green grapes. And I'm going to take this Winsor yellow, lemon yellow, and this little bit of this green in it. And I'll just go around and I'll just mix it like this. And if it bleeds, and it does, I don't care about it at all. And you can see that I'm also using one brush. And there is also one thing you can do it as well is leaving eyelets when you're painting. So I'll show you in a second. For this grape, I'll leave an eyelet, and you can see that you can also do this too. But I'm not doing it. I'm going to show you guys a different technique as well. Especially for this one, I left some eyelets. And these are at the bottom, so I'm not worried about it. And even here, and there's eyelet here, and I'll leave some eyelets here. And this is going to be inside, and this is going to be inside. And this is going to be inside as well. And I'll just mix the banana, the apple together. And you can see that I only left 2 eyelets, right? And this is one way of doing it as well. And the way we can also take the eyelets is take a clean brush, like a smaller brush, and wherever you see the eyelets, you can just rub it off like that. And this is one way. And I'm just checking where are the things, where are it is. And you can also put some water there, and it will give some eyelets for us. And here as well. And here as well. And let's put one here and one here, and there's also one here as well. And now you can see that we are not able to see the eyelets that much. So what I'm going to do is the same technique what we did before. I'm going to take a tissue paper, and and I'm checking the highlights where it's happening, and you can just literally do this. And this is the other way of doing it as well. I'm just showing all the techniques to leaving an islet. And you can see that we are able to create these islets really fast. But again, you have to do this really fast or else it's going to dry really fast. So you have to do it on the go. So let's do another wash. So I'm going to take a little bit of green, and maybe I'll put a little bit of this orange in it. So the little bit of warmth in it, and you'll just, and wherever the islets are, we are creating a form. We are trying to create this cylindrical form, and that's what I'm trying to do. And I'm just putting it like this, and putting it like that, and you can see that it kind of shows the form a little bit better now. Also putting it here, here, and also here, and I'll just fill this, and I'll put it here like that, and put it like that. And you can see that the more I show the form, the grapes kind of getting into shapes. And since it's wet on wet, it's giving me really nice islets for me. Really nice form, what is it called, forms for me. And I'm going to take my clean brush, just soften some of the areas like this, and you can see that it's already took some shapes for us. And if you want, you can also do another value. So I'm going to take this green, and I'm just going to go, and wherever it's anchoring like that. And I also forget to add it here. I'll add it here like that, and I'll add it here like that. Even here I'll just combine it like that. So there are grapes in the shadow. Let's add the grape in the shadow so we know which are under the grapes. If you see the reference, these are some of the grapes which are in the shadow. I'm kind of adding it like here. There's also shadow here, and I'll add it. And I'm checking, is there any shadow there? There's a shadow there. I'll just combine it like that. And shadow here, and shadow here, and there's also shadow there as well. And here what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some of the islets because I want to preserve it like that. And like that. And there's also I'll just put this in the shadow. And again, as I said in the beginning of the tutorial, it's your painting, so do whatever you like. So don't be scared of being true to your reference. Just do whatever you feel like doing it. And that's a main important of doing an expressive loose painting style. And we will increase the consistency in everything. But for now, actually it looks pretty good. And sometime what happens, I might do this. So rolling over forms. So this happens on most of the grapes or the rounder objects. So on the edges of the grapes, it happens like this. And I'm gonna do it. And I'm gonna take clean water. So I'm just gonna blend it like that. Blend it like that. And I'm going to blend it like that. And there you go. I think now I'm happy with the grapes, and I'm going to move on to the next one. And I'm going to move on to the pear. So there is this lemonish yellow here, and I'll make that first. Like that. Actually, I'll just bring it all the way here and I'll combine it together. And this is what I was saying, working from top to bottom. And you can see that I put like a base wash, and I'll put some here and put some orange here. And I'm also checking where the light is coming from, and that's how I'm painting in a way. Now I'll just go to this red. I'm taking this really red from there. Like that, and this red is also, take this red, I'm shaking, it goes like that, and there you go. And now here is done really nice and quick. And I'll do the blending a little bit better. And there you go. And I think it kind of helped in a way. And before it dries out, I'm going to go to the red. I'm going to go to take this cobalt blue, and I'll just go here and do this. And as soon as we put it, you can see that it kind of gives this a really nice edge. And I'll also blend it at the bottom as well, might as well. And you can see that now we are done with the pier. And let's go with the grapes here. For this one, so it's going to be tricky. This grape's going to be tricky. And this is the first one. But this one I'm going to leave the eyelets by leaving the white paper. I'm also mixing different colors, like I'm using blue and cerulean blue for this. If you guys are wondering what color I'm using, blue and cerulean blue. So there's a little bit of color variations already. And I'll do the same thing here. It also gives this really nice highlight with using my brush. This and I'll just go to this guy. But here, before it dries out, I'm going to introduce a darker value. French Chartreuse blue, a little bit of neutral tint, and a little bit of red, and this does me. Or else you can also use a purple as well, like this guy, and you can add this good too. And the reason I'm doing this, just to see where are the shapes are sitting. And as soon as I do this, and you can see that this grape kind of got some shape for us. And same thing here as well. I'm checking that the darker values and letting it blend, does whatever it does, and that's really important in watercolors. And I also left the green leaves. I don't care, and we can also add it later too, and I'll show you guys how to add that. And this is the way I'm expressing, and you can express however you want it, so it doesn't matter. Just going it, doing it. And there you go. And I'm also using it at the bottom. It's going to be the shadow. And there you go. And I'm just going to blend. I'm just going to blend with some water here, like that. And there you go. And for the leaves, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go here, and I see a couple of leaves, and I'll just use my the green, pale green from my palette to use it. And that's it. And you can see that in a way we kind of combined everything together. So now we're going to this pot, this stone thing. So for this one, I'm going to use neutral tint, and I also took a lot of neutral tint. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some white and some blue and combine it together. And you can see that I'm combining everything together. Even I'm going over the grape, I don't care. And this is being expressive. And I'm just checking the shape of it. Now you can see that I also fill the shape as fast as I can. So now we kind of finished everything. We kind of finished the first base wash. So now we have to add something called shadow pass. So once we add the shadows, we can see the lighting and everything. So this one, I'm not going to add that much because this is on the light always. And this is a little bit of shadow on the banana. And I'll start with the banana first. So I'll just use this green. Maybe I'll just use a little bit of this neutral tint. Again, like even for the shadows, I'll try to create as expressive I can. And you can see that as soon as we add this, there's a shadow happening in our banana, and I'll just put something there. And there's also this two bananas together, and there's a contact point. So for this one, and I can't use my flat brush, so I'm going to using a small brush for it. And I'm going to use a little bit of orange and a little bit of this yellow ochre in there. And wherever there's a contact point, right here, and it's kind of goes like that and gets smaller like that. Just going to do that. That's it. So now you can see that we can see the contact point between these two bananas. Maybe I'll just bring it all the way like here, and you can see it like that. So, and again, and there is something is happening there, so I'm going to use a little bit of this green, and I'll just blend it like that. And you can see that now we have a contact point between these two bananas. And there you go. So now you can see that separation between one banana to another banana. So again, there's also shadow underneath of this banana, so I'm just going to add it here, and it goes from here and here. And I'm just going to do it like that. Again, I'm going to take some more this green and this yellow and this red, and again mix a lot of colors in it, and don't be scared about mixing colors because it gives a really nice unity for your painting. And again, and also don't be scared about using the colors true to your reference, and that's how you can express yourself as an artist. And we're also painting this in a loose expressive style, and I'm also adding a darker shadow at the bottom, so it's kind of like blends everything together. So now I'm going to go on this side, and the grapes which are in shadow, I'm just going to add that where this banana is. And you can see that as soon as I added that, it's separated between the banana and what is it called, the pears. And there's also another shadow there, and I'll add it like this. And there you go. Now I'm going to look for the shadow sides of the grapes. And I'm checking here, and there's a couple of shadows inside, and it's also darker too. So here, I'll combine each and everything together. That's what I'm going to do. And there you go. And you can see that as soon as we added it, it kind of giving shapes to the grapes already. And there you go. And there's also shadow here as well, and I'll add it like that. And there's also shadow on this grape from here to here. And you can see that as soon as we add the shadow, you can see the lighter grapes and the darker grapes. And again, I'm not being true to the reference, and leave some highlights here and there, like that. And there you go. And you can see it right there. And I'll just combine it like that. Nice. It came out pretty good, and I'll just do that. And I'm checking, is there any other areas I'm missing? So there are some areas maybe we can add here. I want to add like a darker grape to bring back this one of the grape within inside. And I think this worked pretty good. And before it dries out, sometimes there are, you know, stems within it. So I'm going to use sepia, and I'm just going to show, and something are connected together here, and here, and here, here, and here. There you go. So now you can see that there's a couple of things happening down. So there's also other thing happening. There's a shadow within the shadow. So let's add that, and let's do wet on wet. And these are the darker grapes inside, and trying to get their forms doing this. And you can see that the grapes within the grapes as well. And that's a point we are trying to make here. And there you go. Now you can see that this grape kind of got a really nice shape, but I'm going to combine it like that. And there you go. And I'll just leave it like that. And there you go. Now we kind of finished the grapes and the shadows within it. So before I'm adding the shadow for this guy, I'm going to add another darker value for this grape. So I have the neutral tint. Maybe I'll just use this little bit of this orange, and yeah, let's do this. And this works pretty nice. And I'm checking this guy, and again, I want to be really expressive, so I'm going to change my brush. Even it's going to be really tight, but I don't care, because this also helps me to paint faster as well. And here is the same thing, trying to get the grape shapes, and that's an important thing. And I'm just checking. There's a form there. And there you go. Also adding some grape shapes here as well. And you can see that as soon as we do it, you kind of see that each individual grapes are taking shapes. And again, I'm kind of doing what is it called, the faster strokes, and I'm just going to soften it now. So I'm going to use my small brush to soften this. Clean water. I have a rag next to me. I'm just taking excess water, and I'm just soften it like this. Now, as soon as you soften it, you can see the grapes kind of taking shapes by itself. And that's a this, and I'll just combine it here as well. And there you go. Now you can see that there's a couple of grapes happening. There's also one spot I left, and which is here. This grape is not reading nice, so I'll just add it, and there you go. I'm going to use my cleaning brush, clean my rag, and I'm just going to combine it like that. And again, I'm just going to use my darker value like that, and there you go. And I think that works pretty nice for me. I think I'll just stop it here, or else I'll overwork it. And if you want, just throw some water to get some textures, and there you go. And I'll just leave it as it is. But now you can see this is happening, and there's also shadow side at the bottom. And let's add the shadow side. So I'm going to have a neutral tint at the bottom like this. And I'll also shape this guy. And I'll also make the shadow color not the same color. And there you go. And I'm gonna mix some blue in here, some French ultramarine blue. So it's not one solid color, and that's what I'm looking for. It's darker at the bottom. And I also went the shadow side. So I'm just checking the shadows. The shadows kind of goes here and ends here. It's good that my grapes are wet, so it's going to blend, and it's going to give this really nice transition for me. So I'll just mix the shadow side. And there you go. And you can see that now there's shadow on the light side. And there's also one more thing's happening. So I'll just use the smaller brush for now. And I don't like using the smaller brush, but I'll use it. And there's a partition between here and here, and I'll just do that like that. And now you can see there's a partition happening. And there's also another shadow which is happening. I'll use cobalt blue for this. This grape, which is casting shadow on this guy. Again, I'm not trying to be neat. Trying to paint this guy as fast as I can. Blend it, and there you go. So now we kind of created this really nice partition of the part. And there's also a couple of things happening, which is like here. So what I'll do is I'll just make a quite simple mark, and that's it. And let's add the shadow for this guy, and after that I think we can call it done. So there's also shadow which is happening from the waist, and I'm just gonna add it. So it kind of goes like that. Goes like that. And you can see, and then shadow now. I'm thinking in shapes and combining with this guy to this guy. And there you go. And as soon as we add the shadow, we can see that things sitting in the place. There's also a couple of things happening here, and I'll try to add it as simple as possible. And this is also on the shadow side a little bit. And definitely this is on the shadow side. And this kind of comes like that. Goes like that. And goes like that. And goes like that. So now I'm going to take my small brush. I want to differentiate between this guy and this guy. So I just did that just to show, or else it's not going to read, and I'll just soften some of the areas like this. And same thing here as well. I'll just put some water here. And I'll also do some designs here and there. And I forget this part, which just kind of combines this to here. And this one is good. And this one is good. And this one is good. And I'll just put some water here. Just getting the shape, but you can look at that, you know, it kind of looks really nice. So I'm going to take a clean brush. And before it dries out, let's add another value, some darker value, just to show the shapes even better, like that, and like that, and like that, and like that. Take some white. And wherever I'm seeing something, I'm just putting some Chinese white. And here as well. Here as well. Here as well. There you go. I think I can call this done. I'm squinting my eyes. I think it works good. And you can also do more things in it, like the details, what we saw there, and everything. And you can see I also dropped some water underneath. So I'll just like combine it like that. And there's also design which is happening. So let's do that. Again, I'm not worried about anything else. So this looks really nice, but if you vignette it, everything pops in the foreground. So that's what I want to do. For the vignette, if you see in the reference, it's all like green, but I'll mix it with the different colors. And just, you know, and be careful once you go here like this. Let's put some yellow here. This is called a vignetting, and this also helps to shape our painting as well. And I'll also go like that. Just gonna go here. Even if you go over it and don't freak out. And you can also what is it called, save some eyelets as well. You can get some white spots here and there. And you can see that as soon as we did it, it's kind of looking nice in a way. And I'll just do that. And I'll just combine it with it like that. And now we can see that as soon as we did this kind of like everything came in place. And now add something here like this. And we can stop it here. We can add more details and everything. But you can see that we kept it really loose, and we also kept everything in a single shape. And there is also a couple of details you can add and build it up on, and however you feel like. For example, for the banana, I'm going to do something really quick. So I'm going to take this burnt sienna, this little bit of red. I didn't talk about the colors that much because since it's a loose painting, you could do whatever you want. It doesn't have to be exactly the same color I'm painting too. And it could be any painting you feel like doing it. So a lot of people, especially beginners, they get obsessed with the details and everything, but you don't have to. And you can see that some brush strokes I'm making, it doesn't make any sense, but just trying to create this texture, and I'll just, combine it like that. And I think that's all we done. So if you want some textures on the background, even on your painting, you can just like spatter some water. This gives like really nice edges. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to dry this painting, and I'm going to show you guys how it looks like. So this is how the painting looks like. I'll take the paper, and so that the reason I tape my paper is just to get the crisp edges, to get this really nice crisp edges, so we know how the painting will look like. And look at that. I really like the setting, really nice. It's looking better than the picture, less details, looks like a painting. It looks loose and expressive, and I also put my own style into it. So now it's your turn. Take this video. It doesn't have to be the exact reference I'm using. Use your own reference, and use the techniques I showed in this video and apply it, and let's see what you can come up with.